Hello, welcome to the Well of Being. So, today we are opening up into this concept of empowered sensitivity. So, we know that we are aligning to our highest self, and that this alignment creates an expansion in our consciousness. So, we're becoming more and more aware and sensitive to all the beautiful energies and frequencies that are all around us, which is an incredible gift that we can tap into for the wisdom, for the healing, for the guidance. In addition, it can be overwhelming to suddenly be so open to all of these energies and frequencies because we are spirit embodied. So these energies and frequencies are impacting our organ function, our bodies, are impacting our emotions. They're impacting the different experiences that show up in our moment to moment life. So, one of the words that I'm not going to use a whole lot is the concept of being an empath. But in truth, all of us have that within us because of our openness, because of our sensitivity, because of the expansiveness that we're being called into on the planet. So there is something very subtle and so absolutely essential for you to bring into your conscious awareness. And that is that you are empowered in discernment. So if we were to think purely at the level, hello, Sharon. If you were to think purely at the level of energy and to think of the idea of us being these energy bodies that both can receive and transceive. So we can receive energy, we can send out energy, we can connect to energy in all these different ways. Now, when you think of it in that way, it's like, oh my gosh, it is very possible for me to be able to consciously choose how I'm connecting into these energies. I can discern what I choose to receive, and I can discern what it is I choose to share. It's not just like, it's like, la, 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 la. That is one of the gifts of embodiment, is this will, is this ability to discern. So I use the word discern because it's very essential for us to remember as we're connecting into it, we're doing so from an aligned place. So we're not controlling and manipulating it. It's from this place of alignment. So dropping into the space of empowered discernment, as with many of the resources and tools that I share here at the Well of Being, it really is about doing that inner work and creating a place of energetic integrity, emotional integrity within yourself. Because of course, if you're going to be at that level of like, I'm so aware, I am discerning, I am choosing what I'm choosing to connect into, and I am choosing what I am not going to connect into. I'm choosing what I'm sharing and sending out, and I'm again choosing what I'm going to receive. So that level of discernment does require a high level of like clarity and integrity, and that you're doing that moment to moment work. So it almost becomes akin to, hello, Anna, hi. It almost becomes akin to the concept of like, well, I get to change the channel, right? I get to change the channel. I think it's a very powerful concept. It's like, if I've got something that's come on my screen and I'm like, oh yeah, no, I don't want to tune into that anymore. We have the power to just change the channel. So that's important as well, in that level of conscious awareness of this empowered sensitivity, is that you have a choice. So be very, and because everything is impacting us so much more deeply, because we are more open, be at a very high level of refined discernment about what you are choosing to tune into, because you're going to feel it. So like, let's say the news comes on and there's something that's reported in the news, and all of a sudden it's like, ah, you feel all these intense energies, and it's like you want to pour all your energy out into that. And it's just created this disruptive energetic state in you. So, this is one of the more dramatic examples of how you can begin to become aware of, like, oh, wow, by choosing to tune into that information, that energy frequency, I had this internal experience. And you know what? I can change that. You can change that in many, many ways. You can literally change the channel. You can be like, I don't even want to tune into that. Or you can change how you perceive and think about it. Like, you can take that higher perspective when you're tuning into information that could be potentially energetically and emotionally triggering, where you shift how you see and connect to it and see it from that bigger picture framework, where in truth, at the highest level, no matter how dark and shadowy and intense something may appear, there always is a bigger picture purpose to it. So, but that requires a high level of doing the inner work and alignment. Sometimes it's just like, you know what? Off. So that is another place. Oh, hello, Corey. Hello, Fatima. Of this inner connection to our discernment is being so aware and in integrity with your own energy, that you're going to know, like, there's going to be some times that you're like, wow, I feel so vibrationally aligned today that I can put myself just in any possible situation. And I know that I'm only going to receive, like, I've almost like you have a vibrational force field around you. I'm only going to receive what is in my highest good. And I'm only going to send out what's in my highest good. You're going to have days like that. But because we're humans, there's going to be days that don't feel that way. And you're going to be like, wow, maybe there's something you're processing inside. And it's like, I think I need to turn inward. I don't think I need to be pushing myself out into these situations where I might have energies come in. They might sneak in because I've opened the door. I have opened the door. So again, there is this level of personal responsibility that stepping into our divine sovereignty involves, where we become very consciously aware of, like, when something does come in like that, it's because we invited it in, that we asked it to come in for a purpose. And when it does, again, we always go to that bigger picture. There's a reason why we invited that in. It is showing us something. Perhaps it is showing us, like, wow, I need to step away from this. I'm not going to tune into that. I need to tune into other things. So discernment isn't just about what we choose not to tune into. It's also about what we choose to tune into and connect to. So again, through that place of being in a place of alignment and integrity and tuned into your energy, you begin to feel like, oh yeah, no, this is it. This is the good stuff. So almost like if you were resonating in a certain harmonic state, and it's like there's certain frequencies you're going to gravitate towards that feel really good, and there's some that don't feel so good. And the truth of this discernment is, the empowered discernment is that you are empowered sensitivity, discernment, however you want to say it, is that you do get to make a choice. It isn't just at the invisible energetic level. It also can be at the level of your consciousness. So, hello everybody. It's blocked this is from Fatima. Blocked so many people to do exactly that using monthly Ramadan. Yeah. So important. Yeah. So there's like, okay, so for example, we'll use me. Like, one of the things I realized about myself, especially as my life started personally changing a lot, and I had my separation, and it's like, I just took my personal life out of social media. I was like, I just don't even want to have that out there. I use it to get my messages out there in this very empowered way. But that's one example of a very conscious choice of discernment that I made, because I could feel just like, I mean, I probably, from the where I am now, I could step back in and I could use it in a different way. But I knew myself then, when I was going through all the emotions and was in a very kind of raw place with my experience. It was like, I don't want to even be putting that out there right now. I know I need to be keeping my energy in here and only aligning and attuning to that which is going to be supportive for me right now. So as I was as I was being in this space preparing for what wanted to come through today, I found myself magnetized, it's been a long time, to the Sophia Code. If you are not aware of the Sophia Code, it is a channeled book by Kaia Ra, and it's beautiful. So the concept of Sophia is that she is this all-expansive presence from which all things were birthed, and I call her she, but she herself is very hard for us as humans to fully be able to understand the expansiveness. And so in the Sophia Code, Sophia sends all these different ascended master teachers to share their human experience and their divine experience so that we can understand different aspects of embodying our Sophia Christ consciousness. So, long story short, I picked up the book and just opened to wherever, and I heard Isis. So, let's see. This is an example of my discernment of an awareness of how and where I'm choosing to tune into in this moment. So, dai ukuru ukai ukuru u I a k I kuru ukai okuru u. E ke kuru ukai e ke kuru ukai e ke u kukuru ukai ukuru ukai uru u. E ke ukuru ukai e ke ukuru ukai e ke ukuru ukai ukuru u. E ke ai okoro ukai ai okoro ai. E ke okoro ukai e ke okoro ukai e. Ai ke okoro ukai e ke okoro ukai okore ai e. Ai atoko oruto o e. Isis is activating. Tike okoro ukai, all of us are gift for Ike okoro o discernment. Ike okoro ukai I okoro ukai. Ayakore ke okai okoro ukai e. De okoro ukai okai okoro uake e. Aia o ai ato o rototo o to tio o kuru o koi e ke o kuru o ai. E te okai o kuru o kai mtai o kuru o kai e. Children of light, ai ke uru ai e. E ke ukuru ukai e. Children of light, out of the deepest respect for your own divinity, it is essential for you to apply this discernment in your day-to-day life. It is not your purpose to simply be an open vessel. Allowing your energy to flow freely out, or to receive anything in alignment with your highest divinity, resonating the truth of who you are. Allow yourself this golden gift of discernment. This golden gift of discernment, receiving what is in the highest alignment for you in each moment, and only giving and sharing your energies in a way that is also in alignment with your highest self. When you approach all of life in this place of alignment, in resonance with your highest self, it does shift the dynamic of your reality. However, it must be integrated at the level of your conscious awareness. Ike okoro ukai e. For the gift of humanity does lie in its ability to make the free will choices moment to moment. Deke okoro ukai eke I okoro o I e. Deke okoroe. It is also of utmost importance that you take personal responsibility for your energy. Ike okoro ukai e. In each and every moment, aligning. Ike okoro clearing. Ike okoro ukai e. Your own energy. Ike okoro ukai e. Only you know how to do this at the highest level. Aike okoro ukai eke ukai u. You are a wise master. Te ukai eke I ukai o of your own energetic truth. I e ukoro ukai e au ukoro eke ukai ukoro ukai uarai. Te oai. Te uai. Te guru. All right. Wow. Thank you, Isis. That was so powerful. Good morning, Sarah. Hello, Sarah. Yes. Yeah. So one of the really beautiful things about the channeling is sometimes I see who's coming in, and most of the time, all these beautiful ascended masters, they're all interwoven together and will send their beautiful wisdom and energy and threads in. And the other beautiful thing is you are each a channel, as I am a channel, and you will receive in a way, again, the level of discernment that is at the level of consciousness, but there's body discernment, there's mind discernment, and there's spirit discernment. So how your spirit receives this information, whether it's the words, it's the energy between the words, it's the light language, it's all of that, depends on you and what you need to receive. So that's one of the other beautiful, beautiful aspects of being this human integrated embodied spirit. Deke okoro okai aka. Deke okoro okai keke okoro okai e. Yeah, it just feels like there's a lot of really beautiful beings are wishing to come through. So just going to be with those different ways they wish to share other levels of this message with us. Aike okoro o. It's a very important one for this feeling of our own sensitivity can be so frustrating and overwhelming. And the message from the divine is just love, compassion, encouragement, and support and empowerment. Ukuru ukai eke ukuru u. That will support us in shifting out of our own frustration. De ukuru ukai e. And of course, if ever we do encounter a circumstance where we feel we have compromised our energy in some way or tuned into something that felt like it was not in alignment, that even that is part of the bigger picture. Even that is part of the bigger picture. We have brought it in. as a piece of guidance. So be aware of that as well. Loving all the presence of everyone here today. Sekuru kai ehi awake okoro oai eke okoro oai e. Eke okoro eke okoro okai eke okoro okai okoro oai. All right. Thank you, everyone, for joining me today for this beautiful session. And as always, this session was inspired by a client and a conversation I had with her. So I encourage you to openly share, whether it's in the community or after this session in the comments, of anything that is coming up for you. We are coming. I'm feeling it. I don't want to talk too much into it because I know it's going to be a beautiful opening, but April is providing more goodies for us. So it seems like within this alignment, there are other alignments on 4/4/2024. We have a very unique planetary alignments that's happening. So as these Sai ukuru ukai ete ete ko ora. I know there's so much that wants to be shared about that. Not yet. As we approach these alignments within the alignments of these powerful energies that are being supported for us here on Earth, you're going to feel a lot of stuff. So you're going to feel lots of inspired shifts. You're going to feel things that want to move. You're going to have questions that come up. So feel free to share them with me and let's get it all out there. So have a beautiful day, everybody. Blessings.